Hi guys, Scott here again, and we're back with video number 2 of 3, focusing on rent-to-rent and how to get agents to open up their portfolios to get you new clients. So the last one we covered the type of agents you approach and how to actually get them on board. So this one we are going to cover the 2 biggest mistakes you can do while dealing with agents. And it's something to consider. So mistake number 1, always remember that if you're sharing all your business plan with an agent, they might steal your idea. So don't share absolutely everything you're doing with a letting agent and give them your projections, your plans. They might see there's money to be made in this and actually just steal your business model. There's courses to be done, so they can get pretty much all the knowledge you might have within a few months and actually do this idea. And bear in mind they're in a much better position to implement it because of a big pool of clients to choose from. So you really need to pick an ethical agent. Normally one, if you're a landlord yourself, then they're not going to fuck you over because you're already a client. You might know people that go to networking groups that are part of communities, and there's a few of them in Scotland. So people that you know that actually are going to have a conscience about this. You can't tell them what you're doing because agents might nick your idea. Because why would an agent earn £100 a month off of you when they could do the same thing and potentially make £1,000 off the same property? So you need to be careful with the agent you're picking. You need to give them information because you need them on board, but don't give them absolutely every aspect of your business plan. And again, I'm an agent, I'm hoping that no agent would ever do this, but being realistic, when you put money into the mix, people actually change. So mistake number 1 is giving your agent your whole business plan. Mistake number 2 is always be upfront with your landlord and tell them exactly what you're doing. Now there's a lot of explaining to do, there's a lot involved, and this might scare 90% of landlords off. So I've seen people in the industry, they just tell a landlord, they'll guarantee your rent and that's it. This might get you the deals, but there's certainly no longevity in this, and there's certainly no long-term relationship with the landlord in this. Because if a landlord sees what you're doing and finds out and sees you making money, then you know what, they're going to resent you. I can guarantee they'll resent you. They'll dislike you and they'll pull the property. It doesn't matter if you've got a tenancy agreement in place, they'll just want the property back. And you can go to court and argue that one, but they'll just want the property back because they see you making money. They might never implement it, but they're going to get jealous that you're making this money. But if you explain it up front, then you know what, it's cool. And I'll give you an example. With a client, the rent was 500, we gave them 400, guaranteed for 3 years, it was all good. Totally explained, we're going to be doing short-term lettings, it's up to us to get it let, we'll put in a cleaner, really attractive proposition, and the landlord was getting massive value for it. So they're actually getting more rent than what they would get in the open market because of void periods and management fees. So it was a really, really valuable deal to the landlord, and we gave them everything we could. A lot of added benefits I don't get time to talk about here. They saw it online and saw that he could be making £1,000 a month out of this. And it quickly changed to being from friendly, thank you for taking my property, you've solved a problem, to, well, why should you? That's my property, I should be making this. I had to go back and explain, listen, we did explain this fully. So when people see that it's online and they add up, if I get 30 days at £100, he's making 3 grand, he's only giving me 400, they can quickly become defensive and resent you for it. So you need to explain to the landlord. And you do it, you tell them what you're doing, and you say, by the way, you might see this advertised online. You might see it for £100 a night, but we're not renting at 100%, so we're not getting £3,000. You know what, even if we got £3,000, we've still got costs. So every single time we rent that, we might have between £40 and £65 for changeover costs, we've got booking portal fees, we've got supplies, we've got lots of different things we need to do to make this run. So the headline figure that you're seeing of instantly taking that nightly rate and multiplying it by 30, 31, that isn't what we're getting for it, and I want to be very honest with you. And in the first year we might be getting 50% occupancy rates with costs. So it's our gamble. We might end up getting a lot less than you're getting in rent, but that's our risk. So you need to be clear, because they will pull it. I can guarantee you, I've seen it with other people. They just turn up, want the keys back, and they've implemented that strategy themselves. But even if they don't implement it, they just want to pull it because, you know what, they don't want you making all that money. They feel as if they've been wronged in some way and they've been made a fool of. You need to be 100% honest with your landlord. Tell them it's for short-term rents. They don't need to know your strategy, but just tell them that people will be coming and going. You will be advertised. You will see it advertised for quite a high headline rate. But you know what, the cost behind this and the time-consuming nature of it, it's not that attractive a proposition. So make them feel secure, give them a good deal to start off with, but don't lie to them about it, because they definitely will pull it, and that's mistake number 2. So, second part of the 3-part series, part 3, is going to be the Q&A, and we'll cover the 5 or 6 most asked questions that we got in email in the last 48 hours.